right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this Tuesday evening at about 8 o'clock, or excuse me, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. It's been a long day at work, so I just wanted to relax a little bit and whip out a video. So today's video du jour, we're going to talk about Godsend Agenda by Kafera Publishing. But first, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Like and subscribe. You can see up there at the top I have a Patreon account. If you want to help support the channel, that's the easiest way to do it. If you want to send a one-time donation, you can always use Zelle Pay if you're in the US. If you're abroad and overseas, PayPal Pay Me. The links are on my YouTube channel. Patreon link is right there. It'll also be at the bottom of the video. The other big thing I always like to do is I like to give a shout out to all the new subscribers. So, Socrates Amentitis, I hope I said that right. Welcome to the channel. Andrew Robina, Farrakhan, and Roberto C. Thank you guys for subscribing. The Meanie Army is up to 731 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It's pretty neat. Pretty excited about that. Last video I talked about a little hobby tour, and I also went over Demon Gate Companion. So go check those out if you haven't checked those out yet. I just posted those earlier in the weekend. Today again is Tuesday. So Jerry Grayson is a cool dude. I met him years ago at DungeonCon. I believe it was DungeonCon or it was Gen Con. I don't remember. And I ran a couple demos for him. I'm not even sure if he remembers me yet. The funny part is my good friend Brian is, I guess, friends with him. And so I guess he does kind of sort of remember me. I mean, it's hard to forget me. I am Mr. Mean after all. But years ago, he put out a game in 2005. So 15 years ago, he put out Godsend Agenda. This is the second printing. I had a first printing. I don't know what happened to it. I think it was in my bin when all my, or second edition, not second printing. I had first edition of this, which was not as neat looking as this one. Jerry is a great artist. As you can see, that's his art on the cover, if I can remove the glare. This is Jerry's art. He does a great job. And he got a lot of other cool artists to do this. Let's see, get you some of the names. Andrew Herrera, Jerry Grayson, Aaron Scott, and Gary Dupuis. So awesome art. Obviously hardback, stitch glued binding. It's not going to fall apart. This book is 15 years old. Still going strong. The only thing is there's some, I don't want to say warping, but some bunching up of or separation of the plastic, whatever they put over the spine or the cover of the book. And it's just heat. These books have been in storage. They've been in and out of storage, in and out of hot and cold places. So you can expect some damage. So Jerry, if you watch this and you want to send me a new copy, I wouldn't be mad at you, bro. He's also, I think, going to be kickstarting a third edition, and I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo that you can see that. What was neat about this is it was and is a unique take on the superhero genre. I'm going to give away some spoilers here. All your gods, aliens, baby. Yeah. So just sorry to burst your bubble there. But yeah, aliens got trapped here and or fighting over the Earth, and it's a subtle thing. So most of your gods are aliens. This uses the WEG D6 system, which is a pretty good system. It can get a little wonky when you start getting up into the higher tiers of play. But what was nice and neat about this game is it had a power level. Very similar to like Mutants and Masterminds, but way different. Still a point-based system. You built your character, but man, the powers in here. This was one of those one book does it all. You didn't have to buy multiple books to play this game, which was awesome. You know, unlike your D&D and your Pathfinder and a couple of other games. So power level 1 was 80 points to build your character. Power level 2 was 100, and it escalated from there all the way up to power level 6 at 400 points, which your cosmic level at that point. Very in-depth character creation. The art, first of all, the paper was good. I mean, this book is 15 years old and the paper hasn't yellowed. It's not brittle. It's held up to the test of time. Um, the art on the back, fantastic as well. Um, it's on Amazon right now. I know you can buy it. So, and it's on Drive-Thru RPG. You can buy the PDF. This is a fantastic game, guys. D6, super easy system. You just need a handful of D6. I've said it once, I've said it 100 times on my channel. I'm not a fan of D6 systems, but yet I have a handful of D6 systems in my library that I enjoy. Um, Dragon Age, all of the Fantasy Age and Modern Age, um, What's Old is New, Godsend. These are all D6 systems, but they work. I'm not a huge fan of the WEG system, or the D6 as they eventually called it, and it was rebranded. I even think, oh, I know he did. He put out a Mythic D6 game that was kind of a generic setting. You can do anything you want with it. But what was nice about this is you could use the meta plot in here. It was very thick. If you want to take the time to read this and dive into the information behind the scenes, find the man that's pulling the strings behind the scene, this was a great game for a GM to read. I remember drooling over this for nights, reading it and being all excited about it. And sadly, like every other game, nobody wants to play these other games except for D&D or Pathfinder. And part of that is my problem for living in what I call medium-sized towns like Beaumont and Duluth, where there's just not a huge player base. You live somewhere like, California, by San Francisco, or, Phoenix, Arizona, where it's a huge metropolitan area. I had no problem finding players that wanted to play the games that I wanted to run. But for the last couple of years, I've lived in Louisiana, Texas, and now Minnesota. There's just not a large player base here, and all they want to play is D&D or Pathfinder, which hurts me to the core, because while those are fine games, there are so many better games out there that let you do more. But that's okay. At least I get to run a game. Hopefully one day, if this pandemic ever ends, I'll get to run another game and have fun with it. So this is one, guys, you should check out. Go check out Jerry's website. He's done a lot of cool things. I'm going to pull up his website. I'm not going to show it up on the screen. I want to drive traffic to his website, so I want you guys to go there. But yeah, he's got Atlantis, which what prompted me to make this video is currently I'm playing in an Atlantis, the Second Age game, I'm actually having fun. I'm using the pre-generated character Rygar, and I had my first session last week. I'll have second session this Thursday with my buddy Brian, who's GMing it. He's a phenomenal GM. We've got a really cool group of players. It's most of our old group from California, Adam and Amar, and my buddy BK. He's in Connecticut, but he used to come out every so often, and we'd always play. So really excited to be playing again with a great group of guys. There's a couple other guys that I don't know. I only know from this game, and I don't even remember their names, unfortunately. I do apologize. As we play more, I will get to know them. But all really great role players. We had a lot of fun last session, and I was playing that game, and I don't own the Atlantis second edition, or the Second Coming. So I did order the PDF online. It was only a couple bucks. And so I've been reading it and enjoying it. So there'll be a review coming of that here real soon, and I'm getting to play it, so even better. But it uses a different system, basically a 1d20 with modifiers. Very easy system, but we'll do a full review on that one. But again, this uses the old Star Wars, the original Star Wars RPG by West End Games, the D6 system. So it's a dice pool system, plus or minus modifiers equal to positive or negative dice. And you roll and you total up looking for a target number. So it can get crazy, but man, you want to talk about a really good character creation and very in-depth powers list. This has got it, man. It's a really good game. So if you're looking for something outside of like DC Heroes or Blood of Heroes, those kind of older RPGs, Marvel superheroes, you want to try something a little more modern, but you don't want to dive your toe into the D20 market that is Mutants and Masterminds, because that is pretty much the quintessential D20 Supers RPG on the market right now. Give this one a go, especially if you don't want to dive into those D20 mechanics. It's got just as much of a robust character creation system in it. It's a points buy system, so you can make exactly the character you want to make. It's got a cool background with aliens and some weirdness going on. It's a lot of cool Easter eggs in here to read on as a GM or even as a player if you're reading the background, and you'll see a lot of cool stuff. So Jerry did, and his little stable of writers did a really great job in putting it together. I'm interested to see what the third edition is going to bring, and when it goes to Kickstarter, you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be backing it. So anyway, guys, I just want to get out a video for tonight. I'm going to actually run off to bed. We're just under 11 minutes here. I am pooped. It's been a long day. But I wanted to share this with you as a hidden gem from 2005. Links down in the doobly-doo. Use my affiliate link. Go buy it on DriveThruRPG. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, peace and hair grease. And remember, as always, Mr. Mean says be nice.